think somewhere I always thought that I want to be a good mother, have two kids, raise them with my values, and expose them to every opportunity so that they develop, they explore, they identify, and they find their own personality and be productive citizens. To me, that was most important. So I was very, very focused on taking them for every possible class wherever I would hear of them. So I was like driving them here, there, and when I was not doing that, I was out with friends, partying and socializing and getting transferred and going back, settling down, living in a new city and living life properly. And that's what I knew, and that's what I thought life was all about. And I was very happy doing it. Entertaining and not repeating the same dish and trying out new stuff and getting my value in life through the appreciation and recognition. Oh, that dish was great, and so my day was made, my night was made, and so okay, how can I do it differently and how can I get more applause and more accolades and more wows when you put the table out with all your best crockery and cutlery. And that was all my intention in life. I was very happy, and children doing well and children not doing well, and giving them my bit of value addition or my fears in them. Everything was me and my kids, because my husband was hardly in the scene. Somewhere around the time I turned 40, or just before I turned 40, a tragedy that hit me in my life that put me into severe depression. And when I went to this psychiatrist and all, and everywhere the whole thing was, what do you really want to do? If there was no constraints emotionally or financially or any which way, and all I thought was, if I didn't have to please the world, I would like to really teach a class 5 child math, which again went against the grain of my education, because I did my post-graduation in computer science and I was the first batch in the country. So what was I doing with my education if I was actually going down to the basics of teaching math? Again, it was a whole thing of leave what people will think, do what you really want to think. If you close your eyes and you are alone and your soul is there and you have to face your soul, probably that's where the honest answer comes. But if you let that soul keep your open it to every single person who is close, then you know that each one has their own perspective, which they are right in their own way, because they're bringing that to the best of their capacity. They're telling me that, but to my best of capacity it may not align. That realization came at that point of time, that it doesn't matter what people think. If I have to be happy, I want to do things which I want to do without letting anybody judge me or letting it feel that I'm judging. Maybe they're not judging, I'm feeling it. Because everywhere I would see my batchmates very, very successful in that chosen field and in the team when it was at Y2K coming up and all that. What was I doing? So I had to keep everything aside and say, no, it's okay that my actual happiness is teaching math to a class 5 child. I realized that bit, very honestly. So when when this tragedy hit me and I realized that I had to go to a psychiatrist and everything, one more thing that came to me was that I want to volunteer in a NGO. I started doing that. Again, I thought, if I leave my house will be dirty, and what will people think? I said, okay, if my house is dirty and what people think is fine, then I have to keep that people think as more important than what I really want to do. So my life was, will the maid come? Will the maid not come? When the maid comes, I'm happy. When the maid doesn't come, I'm sad. I cannot let my life revolve through that. If there is a cobweb, it's fine. If the things are not clean, it's fine. I had to do that paradigm shift, which was a liberating thing also for me. Then when I wanted to do something in memory of a person whom I lost, I went with that 5,000 rupees check which my husband gave, because till then, or even till today, I'm 59, I have not earned a single rupee in my life, so there's nothing that I can call my own money. I've always asked for money and I've never felt anything different. I have to ask for money, I need money, I ask for money. So he gave me the 5,000 rupees and he said, okay, so every year I'll give you 5,000. You can sponsor the education of a child. I will not give you more than 5,000. What you do with it, it's your thing. So if I have 5,000 every year, I'll get no problem educate a child, girl child, take them through the school, college, till she gets herself a job. That was how, when, where, I had no idea, but I thought this is what I'm going to do. So with this 5,000, I went to this school which is right next to my house, which is mainly for low income children and all. But the fees was only 500 rupees per year for one child. So since I had 5,000 rupees, I took 9 children. 3 from class 5, 3 from class 6, 3 from class 7, and the remaining 500 I kept it for my next year. I said, so next year I'll get 5,000, 5,500, so that's it. And I thought my life was set, everything is fine. I gave the money, I got the names of the children, and I went back home happily thinking, now I'm at peace. Then the principal told me that giving money is not enough, you must teach. I said, like, what should I teach? So teach them math. And I'm like, oh my god, I always wanted to teach math, and they want somebody to teach them math. So I said, okay, great. I thought, here I am, my dream with the money and my dream with my skill set, and that thing of teaching math to a class 5 child is finally realized. It was different. Accolade is different. Those days it was more like I would ask a lot of my people. You were one of them. I used to call you up. I had 2-3 friends, and I had Obijit, my husband. Not that what you all said made sense, but at least it made me think that there is some solution. That's when you realize there is a solution. You need to reach out to people and reading books, getting that topic. Like today, everything is there on the internet. So today I focus a lot on the internet, on ask any question, and it just comes up with 20 other opinions. And I like opinions which are different, which somewhere there is a alignment with my way of thinking. But most important thing is, I always look at what the other person is saying, not who is saying. Somebody who has no experience will probably say some real great advice which may work for you. Like somebody who is not even experienced in this NGO sector can tell up something about the NGO sector which works, So my thing is always I tell people that don't look at who is saying it. Your best friend can give worst advice because probably they are not informed, and your person who you think you cannot trust may come up with an advice which you think just works for that time. And I think you need to trust people. You need to know that everybody is out there to help you. Everybody is not there to destroy you. And even though whatever the setbacks you have in life, because people will say things and not do it, there are also people who, what they say, what they do, what they mean, they are congruent. And most of the time, it's their insecurities which make you do that. It's nothing you, it's them. And once we get that thing sorted, that it's not me, you know that it's them. They will sort it out any which way. So I am not inadequate. I am me. That person is not able to see it. Once you get that thing out now, I think you become more confident, and you know that I'm not responsible for that person's response. And whenever something doesn't work out, it's always, I think it's necessary to pray. It's necessary to surrender, and it's necessary to say that what will happen, and just come to this point. It will go from that point, and if it was meant to be, it will meant to be. It's a very karmic thing, but that's the only way I move forward. And so when it grows organically, you don't know how it is moving, and you don't know when it is not moving also, you don't know. Somebody else can make a mistake, and you may have to, that person makes a mistake and leaves your organization, goes away. After 2 years, you realize that because of that, you're in huge soup. You have to be there to correct it. You cannot say somebody else did it. And both ways, somebody would do the work and you may get the credit. So either which way works. That's the way it is. You can't question it, but to accept what you can't change,